Nothing says party like a cheese ball. So that's why I'm making today a pumpkin cheese ball. Now it doesn't have pumpkin flavoring in it. It's actually the taste of a really yummy classic cheese ball. But you will not be disappointed, I guarantee it. And your guests will be pleasantly surprised by the cute little pumpkin shaped cheese ball that they can use to dip in vegetables and crackers. So if you want to know how to get the party started for Halloween this year, then keep on watching. What's up, universe? It's Julie, your kitchen coach, and welcome back to our channel. And in case you're new, I'm a trained chef who's passionate about helping home cooks gain confidence in the kitchen. And what better way to gain confidence than to throw a party, right? So for Halloween this year, I know I'm cutting it kind of close with these last minute ideas. Thought it'd be kind of fun. If you watched our last video, you saw that I showed you how to make a cozy dinner with squid ink pasta with shrimp. And now we're gonna go and do a little kind of a charcuterie board type of thing. So we're gonna start with a classic cheese ball recipe that's gonna then look like a pumpkin. So cute, right? We're gonna grab 8 ounces of softened cream cheese, and then you're gonna grab yourself a mixer. If you don't wanna use a mixer and your cream cheese is soft enough, you can mash it with a fork or go at it with a wooden spoon. Oh, and excuse me if you hear some like earthquake noises. There's actually a really loud lawnmower going on outside. If you can't pick it up, good for you. That's fine, but it's distracting me. We're gonna go and beat this cream cheese so it's nice and soft. We're gonna add some flavorings. I decided to make just a small cheese ball because I feel like, first of all, I'm not gonna have a huge Halloween party this year. And then second of all, I feel like it's very rich, so a little goes a long way. But if you're gonna have a lot of guests and you wanna make 2 cheese balls, then you can just double this recipe. I wouldn't make 1 huge large cheese ball because I think that it would have a hard time keeping its shape. We're gonna add the secret ingredient, which is Worcestershire sauce. I hate saying that word because I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. So we're gonna go for a 1/2 tablespoon, and this is the key ingredient. Like if you don't have this, you have to go out and get it because there's no replacement. Worcestershire sauce not only has a savory element, that's why it's added to a lot of beef recipes like steak or hamburgers, but it also has a slight sweetness, sourness, and umami. I'm just gonna keep whipping as I add. Now I'm gonna use about 1 tablespoon's worth of lemon juice. We're gonna add in a little bit of hot sauce. So it won't actually make the cheese ball overly too spicy. It just adds a little something. Any hot sauce that you want. It's about like 1 to 2 dashes. If you like it spicy, you know that kids aren't gonna eat it or people can handle the spice. Definitely you can add more. Now the key to a good cheese ball is that there's a lot of balance of flavors. Because cheese is so creamy and so unctuous, you're gonna wanna add some things to balance and cut it. So that's why you're adding the lemon, the Worcestershire, and the hot sauce. And then also there's salt in some of these elements, even the cream cheese itself. So like you don't wanna add in too much salt. I made a cheese ball before where it was too salty and it just ruined it. I just couldn't eat it. So you wanna hold off on the salt until the very end. When you taste it, you might wanna just add a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna add some scallions, green onions. And you can just chop it, but I like to actually mince it, meaning that instead of just chopping it straight across, I'm gonna cut it in half first so that it's even smaller. And that way you'll get like a lot more scallion in every bite. It will be distributed. I'm using 3. With any of these ingredients that I'm using in the cheese ball, you wanna make sure that they're not overly wet. So that's kind of why I'm not even putting in like pumpkin, like canned pumpkin in there. I feel like it'll just make the cheese ball a little too wet. I like a lot of green onions because I feel like, yes, it does cut the richness. Another element of a cheese ball is that you do want some crunchy bits. So that's why sometimes there's bacon. That would be really good too if you wanted to add it to this recipe. I'm gonna use these little baby bell peppers because that's what I have and that's what I'm gonna use to also serve to dip. I'm using this yellow/orangey type of color just because we're gonna go with the whole pumpkin themed color. So you want about 1/4 cup of finely minced bell pepper of your choice. It could be green too if you want like more contrast. I do think that the bell pepper adds a natural sweetness to it, so I like it too. If you don't add these crunchy elements, these little bits, then it's just gonna be like very soft and creamy, and I feel like that's not fun in a dip. Don't you think this would be good on top of bagels? Just like this. And of course, since it's a cheese ball, you need cheese. Now, I highly recommend getting a full block of cheese because when you grate your cheese, then the flavor gets intensified as opposed to buying it pre-shredded. I did try it with pre-shredded and there is a difference. Also, pre-shredded is coated in a cornstarch, so then it kind of has like a duller flavor. Getting sharp makes a huge difference in flavor too. By the way, I know that you're probably surprised that you're seeing so many surprise Halloween videos from us. We have another one coming out, so make sure that you hit that bell for all notifications and subscribe to our channel so you know when that's coming out. It's a lot of cheese. I totally forgot that I was making one cheese ball, not two. When I was testing it, I made enough to make two. So I was grating 8 ounces of cheese. You only need 4 ounces of cheese for one. I was like, that seems like a lot. So I'm just gonna take half of this. So then you have about a half cup's worth shredded. I was like, why am I grating this cheese forever? That's good. I think I can add more hot sauce actually. That was like very little anyway. And for me, I don't think I need to actually add any salt or pepper. I think there's just a lot of flavor, especially if you do grate the cheese yourself. It has a lot of flavor on its own. So you're gonna grab yourself some saran wrap and you're gonna blob this in here. Bloop. And then I'm going to shape it into kind of a ball slash almost flatter ball, I guess, because it's gonna be more like a pumpkin. And we're gonna just pop this in the fridge so that it has time to firm up just a little bit. It doesn't have to be super solid. And for the sake of time, I actually might not put it in that long. I'm just gonna do it while I do the next step. Okay, a couple of things. We're just gonna get the garnish ready. To make it look like a pumpkin, I'm gonna get some celery for the stem part, trim it down. And you can have celery sticks for dipping as well, so it's good to have. And then I also have radishes, which you can use to dip into the cheese ball. Radish is actually a really perfect accompaniment with this cheese ball because it is peppery and spicy with a little bit of this like refreshing crunch. And then with the leaves, I was thinking it would be kind of cute to turn it into the leaves for the pumpkin. You can do parsley. You can just leave the leaves off and just use the celery. And then lastly, we have a half cup of shredded carrots. Actually, these are called matchstick carrots. They sell them like this. And you can always use a grater, the same cheese grater, and grate your own carrots. This is gonna be the outside coating of the cheese ball. And I love the extra crunch, so it really works well. I actually got the idea of coating it like this from the blog Sandy Toes and Popsicles. So what I'm doing is it's already chopped up, but I'm just gonna chop it up even more so that it actually can act like a crumbly texture to coat the cheese ball and that every single bite can have a little bit of carrot. I could probably let the cheese ball harden some more, but for the sake of time, I'm just gonna speed it along and pull it out now. It's kind of timely that I'm making this because we are actually gonna have a little party. It's not a Halloween party, but it's a birthday party for my father-in-law. He's coming over, so I'm kind of rushed for time. I gotta make dinner too. Gonna just serve them this cheese ball as well. I think they might like it. I think it's kind of cute for fall. Oh, I actually might need a little bit more carrot. I thought a half cup would be enough, but okay. Just in case, I'll change my recipe for you guys. Use 3/4 of a cup or maybe a cup just to make sure. I ended up cutting a little bit more carrot for pictures, right? Gotta make it look pretty for the gram. I don't know what it is, but I really do get into the spirit or the fun of it when I make these kind of themed videos, like for Halloween or special occasions. And if you wanna see a list of some of the other Halloween recipes that I have, whether it's on the blog or on our video, we'll leave a link to all of them. To complete our little pumpkin, I'm gonna put in the stem or the stalk, the celery stick, and I'm going to add in a radish leaf, and I think that's it. I'm gonna add in some celery sticks, radishes, like a harvest platter, some bell peppers, and some wheat thins. You could, of course, use whatever cracker you want, like Ritz crackers would be good, tortilla chips, pita chips. Oftentimes, cheese balls, especially classic ones, are served with like buttery Ritz crackers. Just a little parsley to round it out. You can obviously put whatever vegetables you want. Because there are carrots surrounding the cheese ball, you can always put carrot sticks or baby carrots in there too, cucumbers. All right, for food styling purposes, I added a little bit extra garnish, like some sliced lemons, because then you know what's inside the cheese ball, and also some sliced radishes, because maybe that's easier to eat with. So let's give it a try. The wheat thins have a slight sweetness to it, so I think it really balances out everything. But the moment you taste it, it's not like overly cheesy or cream cheesy, because you taste the subtle lemon and the Worcestershire, and then you have the crunchiness from all the vegetables inside and outside of the pumpkin cheese ball. I love it. You can just serve it with some crackers on the side and just have it as like a little snack that you can keep in the refrigerator. But honestly, with a party, it'll probably be gone in 2 seconds flat, which is probably why a lot of cheese ball recipes require double the amount of ingredients I use. I just wanted to taper it down and make a cute little pumpkin for you guys. Well, I hope you have a healthy, happy, and safe Halloween. And thanks so much for watching. Remember to hit that bell, push like, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.